When you're away from home, all the gyms are closed, but you still want an upper body pump, what are you gonna do? You come to a park, one with all of this stuff, and you have a little play around. We're in a park just outside our apartment here in the middle of Spain, and luckily for us, it has one of the best calisthenics setups we've ever seen. So Ben and I thought we'd come down on this Saturday morning, bring our weight vests, and see, in the realm of bodyweight training, what we're capable of. Okay, so a little upper body pump session on this beautiful Saturday morning. Feeling it from 2 burgers and as many ciders last night, so let's see how we get on. So basically a little push-pull superset. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a weight vest workout. We're gonna do pull-ups and push-ups with the weight vest on, 12 of each for 3 sets, and then on the 4th set, we are basically gonna do a little bit of a drop set. So we're gonna do as many as we can with the weight vest, take it off 30 seconds later, as many as we can, just body weight, and then exactly the same for the push-ups. It is the morning, I'm not used to training at this time. I am gonna warm my shoulders up a little bit more, and then we're gonna get cracking. Let's go. Weight vest is on, along with a calisthenic slash kind of CrossFit-y slash kind of OCR cosmetic attire, 12 weighted pull-ups, and then we go over to the, let's call them the push-up bars. The interesting thing about this is obviously feet a little bit wider. It's completely neutral grip. You can't really turn your hands out when you're gripping the handles, but it's also a little bit deficit by the fact that your chest gets to drop nice and deep into that flipping gap, so you're getting a little bit more stretch. 12 push-ups should be fine. 12 weighted pull-ups of 15 kilos, a couple of rounds as basically the starting section of this. Might be a little bit ambitious, but fuck it, it's Saturday morning. Let's see how we get on. It's amazing how much it gets you, man. Like realistically, I'm never going to be getting a proper hardcore flipping central nervous system strength benefit from a session like this. But again, kind of consistent with what I've been talking about the last month or so. It's just about being creative. I had an upper body session scheduled for today, effectively. The gyms aren't open, so it made sense to be a little bit more playful with it. Come here, put a weight vest. You can definitely get a little bit of, again, functional and metabolic bodybuilding work in, but one of the biggest dictating factors of kind of whether or not you're getting a hypertrophic benefit and growth hormone release is rest period. So the sets in isolation are kind of okay, but just having very little break. And again, even though we're not directly in the sun, fuck me, it's warm. But it's fun. Again, being a generalist means that you do work very, very, very flipping hard to not have a wheelhouse. Calisthenics is definitely very credible, very impressive, very cool training methodology. Your ability to move your own body, and having a weight vest on like this means you don't have to worry about grip. You don't have to worry about holding anything in your feet. You just kind of perform the movements basically as standard. Woo! 1 more minute, if that, and on to round 3. Three rounds done. Oh my God, a little bit of a longer break now, I think, before I go into the drop set. Mainly because drop set, obviously I want to make sure that I've got a little bit more capacity for volume. I want to be getting kind of at least 8 to 10 pull-ups with this, and then another 10 body weight 30 seconds after. And for this, realistically, a good 15 to 20 with a weight vest, and then definitely another 20 just body weight, just based on the fact that I'm lucky enough to be pretty flipping elastic and dynamic, so I can just kind of keep it moving and cycle through fairly quick. It's the heat. It's the sleep deprivation, it's the fact that it's the morning, and the ciders probably had something to do with the fatigue as well. Another minute or so, and then let's go.
I can't accept the loss, I'm hard-headed. There's a little bit of madness to my method. Many falling off that fine line that I'm treading. I risk anything to be great, and I'm not letting nobody rob me.
So 9 with the weight vest, a good 30 seconds, maybe 40. So obviously still isn't much really. And then only 8 body weight. Can really feel the fatigue I've joked about it obviously a couple of times in the last 20-30 minutes about the fact I'm not really feeling it and I feel tired. Ben and I have both had flipping terrible night sleeps, and yeah, it's real. But obviously I'm filming the video for you guys. I'm going to document this part of the journey, but part of that is being authentic, and today is very much the success metric is just fucking executing what I've written down for today's session. I'm not going to get any PBs, doesn't feel overly playful, but sometimes that's the case, right? And you've got to roll with the punches. Again, unless you're a professional athlete and you've got your own chef, nutritionist, massage therapist, life has variables: work, personal stuff, business stuff, relationship stuff, social stuff. There are 1,000,001 other kind of variable inputs into our day-to-day and week-to-week routine that sometimes, now and again, when you're not feeling it, the metric of success really does become just get this done. Jesus, 23. Happy with that. Flipping heck, man, the fatigue builds. But again, I heard something recently that was women, when they train conventionally, spend the first like 5 to 10 years of their training life training very light with a super high number of reps, like sets of 15 to 25. Guys do the opposite, and it's very rare that they work on the same kind of things as women. They just want to lift heavy, so they're doing anywhere between like 3s and 8s. So the theory is, in their late 20s onwards, women could benefit more from doing super heavier stuff. Men could benefit more, especially in terms of a hypertrophic effect, by doing sets of kind of 15 plus, because it's just so rarely done. Again, being from like a power sport background, anything beyond about 8 reps feels like a bit of a marathon for me, so it's nice to do this. Again, no wheelhouse, round out your game. Whew. Rehydrate, then on to section 2. Section numero dos. Picking up the language already, obviously. What we're going to do another little push-pull superset. I'm going to do some dips. I have, fingers crossed, I think, managed to temporarily repair the flipping weight vest, because it used to break all the time, but a friend of mine, Justin Jenner, shout out Justin Jenner, used to fix it for me. So I'm going to do some weighted dips and some inverted rows, some body weight, a horizontal row. But I needed something to put my feet on, and obviously there's nothing here, there's no bench, right? So let's just have a quick scan. But luckily, as you might think, the universe again is sending us props. I'm just going to drag this fucking thing over next to the bar, put my feet up on that. Easy, creative, playful. Let's go.
I love how someone's dragged that in here, obviously, to be used to help people exercise. Like it grew there.
Made to measure. Made to measure. So, on this one, I'll get the weight vest on in a second. We are going to do 10 reps of each only. And the reason for that is I don't want to completely fuck myself on set 1 and go to fatigue that way. So, 10, I'll do 4, so 10 and 10. 4 rounds, but with the weight vest, and then we might finish off with a spicy little finisher, which I'll walk you through in a minute. But for now, dips and inverted row. Okay, so that's set 1 done. Interestingly, on the dips, it's not too bad with the slightly fatter handle. Obviously slightly kind of more open palm position, but realistically the weight goes through the palm, through the handle, so it's fine. It's on pull movements, that's where fat grip stuff is hard. And obviously you normally want to do inverted rows. I'm doing it overhand or underhand sometimes. I very rarely do it neutral grip because you don't really have the infrastructure for it. So obviously neutral grip today, that's a nice change, a nice nuance. But the other thing is that the bar's so flipping fat. And obviously I'm 35 now, I don't have as much of an ego. And I'm pretty sure pretty much every single one of my ex-girlfriends would testify I'm just not used to this level of thickness. Flipping out, man, I was just saying to Ben off camera then, I'm not feeling it. But again, when you've been training for 10+ years and you train 4 or 5 times a week, the chances are overwhelmingly high that you're not going to feel it all the time and be super pumped for this. And again, there is a rational judgment. I am not burnt out, I'm not overly fatigued, I haven't knackered my central nervous system. I know that I'm just a little bit tired from a little bit of lack of sleep. So I am making the call that that is not a good enough reason for me to not train. If I was completely flipping in the bin from massive training load and other things, then I would make a different call. Again, rational judgment. So first off, set 4 body weight. Set 4, and I'm not even going to try and commentate on that. I'm going to rehydrate. BRB. Right, that is section 2 done. To be fair, that's 8 supersets done, and I'm going to knock it on the head there for today's session, just because I feel ill and the form is dropping down my left shoulder. Feels a little bit niggly, and I'm missing a ligament there anyway, so deep full range dips always kind of, well, not always, but sometimes aggravate it. So I'm going to knock it on the head there. However, I'm still flipping overwhelmingly happy that I managed to come here and get this stuff done, working at a rep range and with a particular style of execution that I don't normally do. Again, rounding out my game, working very hard to not have a wheelhouse, and I enjoy that. And again, there's something flipping primarily satisfying. I mean, it's not particularly bright today, but overall it's still in Spain, it's still beautiful, it's still nice and warm. There's something primarily satisfying about getting out and doing a session that feels playful, that feels creative. As you can even see in the background, it's like me and Ben were just saying a minute ago, it's like a beautiful flipping family thing where you come around and jump around on some monkey bars and then see if you can climb across something or under something else or over something else. And it's nice, mate. It just feels playful when it feels like you're moving your body in this really kind of fluid way. It's like adult parkour with slightly less impact because of the sand. So, knocking it on the head there, guys. If you did enjoy this video, please do smash that like button. If you haven't yet done so, make sure you subscribe. Hell of a lot of awesome content coming up regarding all things how to be a generalist, military challenges, and hopefully me not throwing up when I've had literally 2 siders because I'm a fucking lightweight. Any questions, suggestions, or requests on anything, please put it down in the comment section below. And as always, guys, stay strong, stay healthy, stay awesome, and I'll see you all in the next video.